Alright, and now it's time for the older brother speech. I'll try not to cry. As most of you know, my brother complains about me quite a bit. You do have reason to, but there is a certain responsibility that comes in being an older brother and shaping my household protege. I have to teach him how to properly clean, or not clean, I guess, mess up his room, properly bug my mom, and of course, properly avoid trouble. But that being said, it's quite easy for him to avoid trouble. He runs down the house, as Bua said, shamelessly naked, singing Free Bird and strumming away on his air guitar. So if you have a person like that in your household, it's quite easy to avoid trouble, let me just say that. And that is because Krish is the baby of this household. He is the youngest and also the least experienced in this household. And it is my duty as my older brother to guide him and teach him.
Oh, poor Krish. We're sorry, Krish.
But incredibly, I can't say that statement is wholly true. There's a story I'd like to share with you. It's something that my mom often says at household parties and gatherings, but she often comes down in the morning and she'll find overturned cups just scattered around the house. And she'll have no idea what this is, but recently she's become used to it, so she knows what it is. But what Krish does is that when he finds an insect in the house, whether it be a moth, an ant, or whatever it may be, rather than getting rid of it, like as we all know, Krish is a compassionate individual. He loves animals, he's a vegetarian because he loves animals, and he doesn't believe in killing creatures. So if he does find a creature, he will try to at least put it outside, but if he can't do that, if he's lazy, as he tends to be, he'll take a cup and he'll overturn it, hoping that someone else will take care of the latter responsibilities, which doesn't really happen. But anyways, he does do that. And silliness aside, if you think about it, there's quite a bit of compassion that comes in to his personality. He is a very compassionate individual. And as for me, as an aspiring doctor, it's very important to me. When I think of what I want to be, what I want to do in life, I know that being a doctor requires a person to have quite a bit of compassion. And I know that in my profession, as I go on, as I learn, as I practice in the field of medicine, I know that I'll have to demonstrate that. But he has taught me that I have to also apply that same compassion, that same conviction into all aspects of my life, not just what I want to do, but every single aspect of my life, no matter how small it is. And day in and day out, I learn more of these small lessons from my brother. And these are things I didn't pick up as I was small. When I was small, I would tease him, I would lecture him, I would enjoy lecturing. But these small things, these small everyday occurrences, I learn a lot from him. And day in and day out, I realize how much more there is in being an older brother. It's not really that obvious, because when I was born, when I was 3 years old and he was born, sorry, I just thought he was another toy, I guess. But there's a lot more that comes to that relationship. And I've learned that, and it's taken 21 years, or 18 years, I guess, of his life. But I have learned that. And really, in the end, I know that as brothers, it's no longer a steadfast relationship where I'm a father-like figure, but rather I'm much more like his best friend. And rather than me guiding him, I know that we'll have to hold each other's hands and take each other through whatever struggles and whatever successes we may have in life. And I know that I certainly will need his help in becoming a doctor and whatever I may want to achieve in life. And I hope that I can hold his hand as he finds his own path, as he finds what he wants to do with himself and in this life. I'm very proud of Krish, and I love him tremendously, and I admire him intensely. But I know he'll do incredibly at Drew. But I just hope that he always remembers that I'm his #1 fan. That's it. I love you, Krish.
So, Didi, don't cry.
Too late.
This is a Kodak moment for us. Doesn't happen often.
चलरी सजनी अब क्या
That's it. Enjoy.